Come on, guys. You know me. You know I can't afford to bid on a Demon 170. Jeez, I'm not rich. But I tell you what I could afford is the $30 it cost me to get into the Mecum Auction in Houston to check out some more cool cars. And right when I walked in the door, I saw this 2024 Corvette E-Ray convertible. It didn't sell. The bid went on at $120,000. And right next to it was a 1956 Gullwing, and that bid went on $1.3 million. Now, they had another Gullwing there that was a replica, and it sold for $220,000. Dodge had their booth set up when you walk in with a couple of Hellcats and a useless Hornet. But anyway, this was a 2015 Hellcat manual with only 1,300 miles. The bid goes on at $50,000. It didn't sell. And this was a gorgeous example of an OG original 707 horsepower SRT Hellcat. I thought this was awesome. Now, you know, I got a wide body Scat and I love the wide body, but this is just original and I love it. And then, of course, next to it was a 2008 Dodge Charger Pursuit X-Cop car, 180,000 miles on it. But hey, it's got a 5.7 Hemi, and it sold for $4,400. I just bought an old cop car for my son. This would have been a fun one to have too. The next beautiful Mopar was this 2017 Dodge Charger Hellcat in gorgeous Go Mango with the racing stripes. I only had 10,000 miles on it and sold for $49,500. That's a pretty good price, and I think, in my eyes, for 10,000 miles, and it's in the Go Mango with the black wheels. Sexy car, and I love it. But the highlight in the Demon 170s was this 2023 Demon 170, plumb crazy, 16 miles on it, and you can it still has the plastic on the seats. This baby sold for $242,000. That was the highest Demon 170. Of course, I had to include this 98 Toyota Supra twin turbo manual, 45,000 miles. I've had 3 of these over the years. Love these cars, but of course I can't ever afford it again anymore because this one went $118,250. That is insane. Next was this Demon 170. It was a no reserve charity auction, had 57 miles on it in beautiful F8 green. That color is growing on me. The more I see it, the more I love it. $167,750. That was the lowest price Demon 170 at the show. Moving on to my favorite car. I fell in love with this at the last Mecum auction. Still love it at this one. Is the 23 Black Ghost. This one had 108 miles on it, 807 horsepower. It went for $154,000. And I'm telling you, that car is gorgeous. I love it. And the next one was a 1994 Dodge Viper with 1,700 miles. This was the 3rd year they made the Viper. They started in 92. We only made a couple hundred of them maybe. Then in 93 and 94. So this is a really early example. Went for $49,500. And I had one like this. Mine was a 96 though. There were a couple changes between the 94 and 96, but relatively the same. Now, how cool would it be to own this 68 Dodge Super Bee? I love the lines on these cars. They're so gorgeous. I've never even had a chance to drive one, but man, that would be so cool to have one, and especially in a matching color to my white knuckle Scat Pack. But this one did not sell. Bid went on to $60,000. And next is a 96 Dodge Viper. I had this exact car with a couple of modifications, but anyway, this one was a no reserve auction with 9,800 miles, and it sold for $73,700. I sold my Dodge Viper that looked almost just like this for about $53,000, maybe 22 years ago. Crazy. And here's another Demon 170. This one 30 miles on it, and this one's still in the plastic. This one went for $192,500. And that seemed to be about the average price of the other 3 Demons. And then next was this 2004 Dodge Ram SRT10. Remember these? This one had 100,000 miles on it. It was a manual, which was awesome. I'm not sure about these blue flames, but still a single cab manual SRT10 pickup truck with a Viper motor in it. That's pretty cool to have. $27,500 it sold for. That's a pretty neat truck, though. Not Mopar related, but check out this 88 Ferrari 328 GTS. 36,000 miles, $74,800 it sold for. I couldn't believe how low this thing was. I looked it up. It's 44 inches tall. I was hovering over this thing. I don't know how I could fit in it. And here's the next Demon 170 at the auction. This one had 13 miles on it, and it sold for $198,000. One thing I noticed that was unique about this Demon 170 that I hadn't seen on any of the other ones is it had a sunroof. That's crazy. I am a sunroof guy. I really, really, really wish mine had one, and this Demon 170 has it. Now check this out. 18 van replica. It's an 84 Chevrolet G20 van with 30,000 miles, and it sold for $19,800. I'm telling you, if I just had stupid money lying around with nothing better to do, I would buy all my 80s icon cars, and this would definitely be one of them. Speaking of things I can't afford, check out this black 1969 Dodge Charger. Sold for $104,500. And of course, when I look at it, all I see is Dominic Toretto. And the next one was a 2007 Dodge Charger SRT8, 37,000 miles on it. The bid went on, it didn't sell, $18,000. I think these are going to really start coming into their own and being more collectible. And that $18,000 bid goes on price, I think, really shows it. These are just going to go up. And yeah, they may look a little dated, but it kind of grows on you, really, if you ask me. Next is another 1969 Dodge Charger RT, $165,000. Man, if you thought you could afford a late 60s Charger, well, you can't. They're just too expensive and ridiculous. But it is gorgeous. And here's another Demon 170. This one was no reserve, had 18 miles on it. And it sold for $198,000. Like I said before, that was about the average of the three, the 190s. Now, this next one kind of surprised me. This is a 2005 Dodge Ram SRT10. Has the Viper motor in it, 83,000 miles, 500 horsepower, Viper power. And it sold for $22,000. I guess I thought this was going to be a little more than that. But I don't know. Heck, I would pay $22,000 for that. And the next one was this 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner with 46,000 miles. And it didn't sell. The bid went on at $60,000. And I don't know, my guess, maybe it had something to do with those 90s looking wheels that were on there. Because the car itself is pretty cool, but just something about it. And I think it's the rims. But anyway, and this was pretty neat. It was a 97 Viper with 14,000 miles, and apparently it has a rebuilt title, and apparently this was found in a yard in Georgia. It sold $49,500. And look at this bad boy. This is the ultimate grocery getter. 2021 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat Hennessy HPE 900 horsepower, 8,000 miles, and it sold for $75,900. New, these are $105,000-ish. And that's just for the Hellcat without the Hennessy package. So I think I would probably be comfortable paying or saving $30,000 and having more horsepower. Anyway, then we went outside and did the Dodge experience. Of course, Dodge didn't disappoint. Watch how fun this was. I'm set. Dodge experience.
Here we go.
Oh, that's super short. Oh, that was fun. How many times have you done that today?
I've lost count.
Oh, man, that's awesome, dude. Thanks.
Thanks, brother.